What was your official thoughts when Jermell Charlo was the one that got called for Canelo, man?
The first one or now the second?
The second one, yeah. What was your official thoughts on it, man? Like, were you pissed off? Were you angry? Were you upset about it?
I mean, I'm not mad at nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. It gets frustrating at times, but I'm never upset for somebody making a living fighting, bro. Like, that shit's not easy. But as like the fighting part, like, damn, Canelo, when you gonna stop fighting like the guys that's been around like in your weight class? Like, how you go after? You know, he's not fighting nobody like he's supposed to be fighting me. Like, why he hasn't been fighting me? I've been around forever.
So do you think he'll have a relatively, maybe not an easy time, but a somewhat easy time in the ring against Jermell?
I'm not gonna say Jermell's a walkover, but when you look at what I was talking earlier, this Castano kid, whatever, like, come on. Gave him a hard time, had to go 2 fights. Tony Harrison, 2 fights. Canelo got way more power, way more experience. You know what I'm saying? Has great defense. Knows how to, like, he's getting better with some of his movement. Charlo's not the best athletic fighter out there. He's not. He's a straight up guy. And Canelo got, you know, he's been working on his movement, and he knows how to counter well. So I don't think it's going to be as difficult for Canelo to get the W. But my hat goes off to both of them guys for making it happen.
What do you want? Kind of like a 2-part question. Like, a few years ago, Canelo came out and said, you know, you're a horrible fighter. But now he's fighting somebody that's 2 weight classes below him. Do you think that kind of says something about him, or what do you kind of think about that whole thing, man?
He's just talking shit. Man, somebody fight over here. Walk right into it. Walk right into it. How much? Walk right into it. They could have been like, nah, not over here, bro. Patalitos are coming through.
And also, when Canelo did call you a horrible fighter, when I caught up with him in New York and I asked him to give me a prediction with you and Benavidez, he was just like, yo, it's 50-50, both guys are great. So he couldn't really pick. What are kind of your thoughts on that? Like, do you think he was always talking shit? He always knew you were a great fighter? Just what do you think about that overall, man?
I don't know, bro. I mean, it's self-explanatory. You know, he's saying, me and David Benavidez is a 50-50 fight. Benavidez is known for what his accomplishments, ringside minds as well. 2 division world champion, looking to make my 3rd. Canelo knows that, you know, me, myself, is on that same verge of, you know, trying to dare to be great type thing. And at the end of the day, he knows that I can fight. He knows I'm good. He knows, like, it's not going to be an easy fight for me.
In terms of just like an official prediction for Canelo and Charlo, though, do you see it going all 12 rounds? I know you're already kind of like leaning towards Canelo, but do you think Canelo could get that stoppage?
Yeah, if he applies his weight and his pressure, and, you know what I'm saying, the stuff he has, if he's able to, you know, have at moments. I mean, I don't, you know, of course it could be a different Canelo versus when he fought Triple G, you know, backing up Caleb Plant. Like, Canelo does have enough pop, you know what I'm saying? He's been, you know, on the beef, and that's just proven. So, I mean, I don't know, but I'm just saying, but overall, he's still a hard-working fighter who has his accomplishments.
You think he's the same fighter from when he fought Caleb Plant, Triple G the second time, or do you think he's slowed down?
Yeah, I don't think Caleb Plant was a hard fight.
Well, do you think Canelo...
I don't think it took anything off him.
But do you think Canelo's that same fighter that he was after the Demetrius Andrade loss? You think he's still the same guy?
Yeah, I mean, he's not fighting that type of style fighter either. He's not fighting a bigger guy. He's not fighting somebody that can, like, really throw punches and move. He's fighting a guy that can is very limited to the athletic side. I don't think, you think Charlo's the most athletic fighter there is? I don't think so. So therefore, it's kind of like he's going to be in front of him most of the time.
But what about his performances against Triple G the third time and John Ryder? Because a lot of people saying that he's kind of like slipping, doesn't really look the same. Even Canelo said that he hasn't really looked the same in his last 2 fights. Do you kind of agree? Do you think he's just declining?
He's fighting big, strong guys. You know what I'm saying? John Ryder's a big, strong guy. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have the ability to move and get out the way and box, John Ryder, he's a bull. He's going to be in your face all night. And so maybe Canelo wasn't prepared mentally for that type of fight and thought it was going to be an easy fight. Easy fight. You know, sometimes my boy tells me sometimes you can't forget, like somebody like myself, like, you know, like they get up for Michael Jordan, like, you know what I'm saying? People got up for Michael Jordan, so we can't forget that sometimes. We gotta get up too. You feel me?